Hey, thanks for clicking. This is only after school podcast. I'm Jesse Johns.
And I'm Trent Kelsey.
Hey, Trent, how's it going?
Good, good. Just got off of work, got off of school,
Yeah,
working school.
yeah. That's nice. I just got out of my class actually. It's got about an hour ago. So,
Cool, cool.
yeah.
I've been settling in good, and
Well, good. I'm happy to hear that, money. But it's been a few months since last time we done the podcast, huh?
yeah, there's definitely been some reconditioning over the past couple months, but I'm glad we're getting back into it now. So
Yeah, and this first time doing it on Zoom. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is our basis. Y'all can officially see us. So.
yeah, our hairstyles have kind of changed since then. I just got a haircut recently, so I don't have all this in the back going on. But
Yeah.
I still think they're pretty charming. So
Yeah, my haircut. Yeah, I usually get a faded haircut, but I don't have. But my hair is pretty longer, so let's go ahead and get this camera around over here.
I don't know if I made my nose pointy enough.
That's all right. Yeah, but I can tell. I look like on the photo. I look more blonde than I am right now. You know.
Yeah, it's weird. Your hair matches the same color as your face, so I don't know what's going on there.
That's funny. Well, for this episode today, this is episode 3, and this time we're doing it on Zoom. Today's episode, it's gonna be a pretty interesting episode. Today we're gonna be talking
very topical, very recent. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, it hasn't passed us at this point. But we just thought that we should say something about it.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. If Mayo probably have heard this by now. If you haven't, where have you been?
Right.
This has been an episode of the Oscars that happened 2 weeks ago, whenever Will Smith slapped the living snot out of Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And look at this here. There we go. Sorry, guys, I had to click a different eye. Okay, here's the photo of the incident. This happened during the Oscar, because has Will Smith's wife. Her name is Jada Pinkett Smith. Is that her name?
Yep, that's it.
You can tell she has hardly no hair because she has some type of disease. I don't remember what the disease called.
I think it's alopecia.
Alopecia, that's what the name of it is. Trent?
Yeah, that's the hair loss thing, I believe.
Well, here's a little problem. And, she probably can't help it, And I know it's Will and Jada have a pretty weird marriage,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of sharing involved in this marriage. To just say that.
Yeah, we'll just say that. But Chris Rock was coming up on stage, and trying to want to announce the winner of Best Actor or whatever, right? I don't know what else he can really say. I didn't watch the Oscars.
I didn't either.
For many of you do not know what happened. Here's a clip of what happened.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
You see, he's laughing here, actually.
Yeah, but Jada's not.
That was a nice one. Okay.
So I'm wondering, when his whole, I wonder if it was some sort of facade or.
Yeah, right there.
Oh wow.
Wait, when did he decide that it wasn't funny?
I don't know.
No.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Here's the line.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
Okay. Actually, no, I don't want. Sorry, guys, I don't want to play the clip again. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we've all seen it.
Yeah. Okay. As you can tell, Chris Rock made a G.I. Jane joke because apparently there's a movie called G.I. Jane with Debbie Moore, who actually did shave her hair off for the movie, which I'd never seen.
There's a movie, yeah.
Yeah, which I'd never seen before. But my mom,
me neither.
My mom and dad, they've been telling me, there is a movie called G.I. Jane with Debbie Moore, who got paid a bunch just to shave her head for that movie, which I don't know what it's about. I mean, one day I'll watch it.
I'm assuming it's like a spin-off of G.I. Joe, just like a female version. So That'd be my guess. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I don't know either. The funny thing, though, 'cause I don't know what happened during this clip, because you can tell Will start laughing about that for a little bit, but you seen Jada's reaction, you're like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But there's a funny thing, though. When did he realize it was not that funny?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if she said something to him or what. They're not like, mic'd or anything. So well, you can hear Will like screaming near the end there. So
Yeah.
I guess he was just screaming loud enough to be picked up, or maybe they did start directing audio that way. I'm not sure.
This whole thing's crazy, man. It's crazy. So
yeah, it's crazy that people are making a big deal about it. In my opinion, when I heard about it, I thought, oh well, it's probably it might just be a publicity thing, but then like people started getting really serious, saying Will Smith should be put up for like assault charges and things like that.
Yeah, and recently I heard that they paused production of the new Bad Boys movie because because I know him and Martin Lawrence just did Bad Boys for Life, which came out in 2020.
Right.
I saw that in theaters, but personally, I don't know why they would pause production for that, just because he slapped Chris Rock.
I think that they should just rewrite the script so that instead of using guns or whatever, Will Smith should just slap everybody in the movie. Literally, just line all the goons up in a row. Just have him like just slap all of them. There's a video where a guy's just like, I think it's a skit, but there's a guy just like slapping a bunch of people at a barbecue, and eventually people start coming up to him being like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he just slaps them too, no words. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'll just say this, Trent. Later on, during the Oscars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna love. I think you're gonna love this. Later in the Oscars, they just did a Pulp Fiction reunited. There's a photo of John Travolta and who's the actress name?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman.
Yep.
Speaking of, I have the movie right here, Pulp Fiction. Actually, here, let me move the screen a little bit, make our screen bigger. Like here's Pulp Fiction here. I ain't sure y'all can see that, but I have Pulp Fiction here. I just watched this. I need to rewatch it again and see if I like it better, because I couldn't understand the story that much,
Yeah, man, it's definitely a movie that gets better on rewatch. I loved it the first time I watched it. I love the movie. Obviously, I have a poster here, and I have another one up here, like out of camera view.
Right.
So I have two of them next to each other.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make the screen bigger. I'm sorry about this, guys. Yeah, it's kind of difficult trying to do this on Zoom, especially you don't have a. Yeah, you can see. Trent, point out your Pulp Fiction picture again. I'm sorry. Over here, yeah, you can tell. I can tell John Travolta and Uma Thurman are dancing.
Yeah, that's the scene right there.
Yeah, I can tell they're dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, they did a reunited version. Watch this clip.
And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
What do they call it?
They call it.
Yeah, because it won the Oscar for best screenplay. That was Tarantino's first Oscar.
Yeah.
I think he's won screenplays ever since then. Since like I know he won one for Django. I want to say he probably won one for Inglourious Basterds too.
Yeah, it says on my Blu-ray. Oh, here's the names.
Yeah, Uma Thurman, Sam Jackson, John Travolta. They're all back together. They got the briefcase.
And
you remember the briefcase, right?
Right. Here's the clip. Here it is. Here's the dance.
It's Del Toro. Yeah, it's such a fun movie. Like,
Some actors stay in character through an entire shoot, and some, well, they.
yeah, the cynical part of me wants to say, okay.
Yeah, how about a Royale with cheese?
They remember the lines.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Pulp Fiction was a masterpiece, but these two think it was all about a dance contest.
That's not true, Sam.
Pulp Fiction was about a lot of things.
Name one.
3 tomatoes are walking down the street.
And she still knows the lines, folks. It was all about the contents of this.
Do you know what that what the
Bold statement.
what
Do tell.
that thing Sam's wearing is for? That ribbon?
All the murder
No.
and mayhem that occurred in 2 hours and 45 minutes was about what was in here. And at the end of the film, the stat revealed, and the audience still was left to draw their own conclusions about the meaning of existence.
Damn, did Quentin help you write that? You know,
I know it's John Travolta looks more bald-headed.
Class.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
Now, should we finally reveal what's actually in this briefcase?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason I can't find why. And that was where they actually announced Will Smith's Oscar win, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's a ribbon for Ukraine. That's what that's for.
Okay. Oh, we don't need to watch that again. Okay, yep. He won the best actor for King Richard. That's what the movie was called. It's about the story about Richard Williams and about his daughters, Phoenix and Serena Williams. So that's what the movie is. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to watch it because I heard it's really good. So I'm not big. I'm not a big tennis guy though. You know.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll see it. It just kind of seems like an Oscar bait movie to me, but whatever. I've heard good things. So there's just other things I would rather watch.
Yeah, and here's the picture of Will Smith during the speech. Because actually, John Travolta, Irma Thurman, and Samuel Jackson announced the winner for best actor for leading role. And I rewatched his speech recently. Here's some good points. He was talking about why Richard Williams was such an impact on a lot of people's world and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, later in the speech, Will Smith started crying.
Yeah, he started getting emotional like early on. There was like, I don't know if you like watched it, but there was like long gaps. Like it seemed like he was struggling to find the words. He was probably just, I want to say he might have been like mulling over in his mind like what's going to happen to his career, how people are going to perceive this. You know, it's kind of a strange situation. You win such a prestigious award and you do such a controversial thing in the same night.
Yeah, and
all within the span of like a few hours. It's crazy.
Yeah, and later on the speech when he's crying, Denzel Washington was there at the Oscar Academy Award. Which Denzel Washington, he's a fantastic actor. You know, he's a great actor.
Have you seen Denzel Washington's acceptance speeches for the 2 Oscars that he's won?
It's just him, right? He's the only one who won the Oscar, right?
He won Best Supporting Actor for Glory first. And then he won Best Actor for Training Day. I think it was first supporting and then best actor. But yeah, his speeches are great. I love them. He was basically just like thanking his kids. He was saying like my kid earlier was saying like if I didn't win this tonight, he would build one out of clay. So now I got the model to take home for him. So thank you. I thought it was great.
Yeah, that was a good speech. Later on, Denzel's one of my favorite actors. Like, the reason why I like Denzel Washington is because he can do good, bad, a straight butthole, or just sweet douchebag. Like, he's fantastic. Like,
I love Training Day. I love that movie.
I really like Man on Fire. I haven't seen it in a long time though, but I remember liking it. You know.
Have you seen Training Day?
Once. I need to rewatch it again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, his like shining moment is near the end of that movie when he's like just yelling at a bunch of people in the street, and like just the way his character had developed throughout that movie, and like the sudden shift in, you know, where everything just kind of falls out of his hands at that moment. It's such great acting. He really deserved that.
Yeah, and he's like, King Kong ain't got nothing on me, which I know is different, but
right.
But later on, he told Will Smith, hey, this is Denzel's words, that Will Smith, apparently what Denzel told Will Smith, at your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Denzel mean by that when he told Will?
I think that when you've achieved such greatness or notoriety, there's a line that you can cross where I want to say maybe with power, with prestige, you can get away with doing something that you wouldn't have done before you reach that point. And I think it's just about, you know, it kind of sounds like a cliche, but staying true to yourself and who you were before you've achieved greatness, so to speak. And seeing Denzel Washington in interviews, and especially just talking about his kids and his family and stuff, and in his acceptance speeches, he seems like a guy who can really take the notoriety. He can really take the prestige.
Well, Denzel, he seems like really nice guy. He's a really careful person.
He's careful in like red carpet interviews. He gives such like specific but true answers, as in like true to himself, not just thinking about what he wants people to read what he says. He wants to think about what he says. And well, like there was an interesting interview I saw with him on the red carpet where he was walking through, and a woman asked him, what's your opinion on, she was asking him about like the news, about like, I guess, like fake news, and like who to listen to. And he was saying, if you don't read the news, you're uninformed. If you do read the news, you're misinformed. And his point was that you really, I don't want to miss the point of what he was saying, but what I got from it was that we have a responsibility, especially he was speaking to her as a media representative. We have a responsibility to make sure that people are well informed, and to just speak the truth, and not try to, I guess, pretty it up, or have some sort of ulterior agenda. And that doesn't seem like something that like a celebrity would say. Usually, a celebrity would be in full support and full swing of whatever movement is going on at the time. Not saying that they shouldn't, but the way he gave such a broader explanation to the whole question, and put it in a great perspective, which really makes you think, not just showing how he feels about a specific thing.
And look, I mean, like I said, I told you before, Trent, in real life, like, I don't care if you're white, black, or Asian, or Chinese, whatever. We're all the same people on the inside, I mean, and look, like, I had one guy was like, "Why are you watching black people movies?" I said, "I don't."
Who said that?
I don't remember, but I like the show Martin that I'm currently watching right now. Like,
oh, okay.
Like the movie show's kind of funny. I'm not saying it's all funny, but it's it. I don't care if Denzel's black or white. I think he's just a fantastic actor.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and Denzel, he's good.
Yeah, and he wasn't in like this. He wasn't in like this Oscar bait stuff. Like, do you know what I'm talking about whenever I say like Oscar bait? Usually it's like a biopic. It's like a movie about like somebody's life, and it's not a movie that you would soon return to after seeing it for the first time. You watch it once and you're like, "Wow, that was really good. I can see how that could win some awards." Right. Like a movie like I don't know. I can't really think of a recent example, but just a movie that's good on itself without just like from an art of filmmaking standpoint, and not trying to be more than that in a way that seems disingenuous or insincere. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so,
I can't judge the movie. I won't judge a movie if I haven't seen it. I don't care what I've read. Exactly. It's just like from the trailer, it didn't really seem like a movie that I would run out and see real quick.
Right. You're right. And like Equalizer, I like the first Equalizer more than the second one. But the first Equalizer, the first one, I really liked it. Denzel's character, he was it was pretty good. I can't explain much. Every time I catch a movie on TV, it's always the ending scene, like towards the ending. And it's okay. Because honestly, that's one of my favorite scenes with Denzel in it. So,
I think there was an Equalizer TV show. Before they made the movie, like back in the 80s or 70s or something. Yeah, there were, and they just had the recent TV show with the Queen Latifah, I think her name is. Oh, okay. What? She's like the female Equalizer now. Yeah. Okay. Well, I heard that it's supposed to be. They're talking about making a third one with Denzel in it. I'm looking forward to that. Well, he's kind of getting up there in age now. Did you ever see The Little Things? Yeah. That movie sucked. I love Denzel Washington. I think he's a fantastic actor, but that movie sucked. I did not like it at all. Yeah, I can't say much about that. Okay.
Thank you, Denzel, for everything what you did for us.
Yeah.
there-
There's great actors, and there's bad movies, and there's good movies and bad actors. It doesn't really, it doesn't entirely correlate.
Yeah. Later on in Will Smith's speech, listen, I didn't write down every single thing he said. People who
There'll be a lot of pauses, yeah.
And he said, later on, he said, "Thank you to Phoenix and Serena and the entire Williams family for entrusting me with your story. That's what I want to do. I want to be an ambassador of that kind of love and care and concern." And then later on, he was apologizing to Academy Award, saying, "I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to my fellow nominees," and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then later on in the speech, he said, "I hope the Academy invites me back. I hope the Academy invites me back to the Oscars. Thank you."
Right.
And that's my main points for this speech. So
There was I was looking up a lot of Oscar speeches. I usually like try to look at like old Oscar stuff like around that time just because I'm reminded of it. And Dustin Hoffman's first Oscar, well, I think it was his first Oscar for Kramer versus Kramer. I really liked his speech. In it, he wasn't so much thanking. He wasn't so much going down a list of people to thank. He was more talking. I'll just quote it here. I refuse to believe that I beat Jack Lemmon, that I beat Al Pacino, that I beat Peter Sellers. I refuse to believe that Robert Duvall lost. We are part of an artistic family. There are 60,000 actors in the Screen Actors Guild and probably 100,000 in equity. And most actors don't work, and few of us are so lucky to have a chance to work with writing and to work with directing. Because when you're a broke actor, you can't write, you can't paint, you have to practice accents while you're driving a taxi cab. And to that artistic family that strives for excellence, none of you have ever lost, and I am proud to share this with you, and I thank you. So really, he didn't make it so much like your average speech. He didn't make it about himself and like who he was thanking, and that's perfectly fine. You have every right to do that. But I like that he opened up to kind of elevating the roles of the people who work below him, I guess, since he's up on a stage receiving an award.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of these actors they got realized like we do. Like I know Sylvester Stallone, for instance, when he wrote the script for Rocky, they wanted. Well, he was homeless around that then. They wanted him. They wanted the script from him. They didn't want him playing Rocky Balboa, and he wanted to play Rocky Balboa, and he got his big break from that. And I thought that's
right,
cool.
and it
pretty cool.
And it was a wholly original movie. It was a shining achievement in his life. Especially where he came from and everything. And it was really just about the inspiration of a story. It wasn't about, basically, yeah. It was just inspirational. So that's why that movie is remembered 50, what was it, 50 years old?
I don't remember, dude.
It's remembered. It's definitely remembered. We're still making them, so.
Right, absolutely.
With Creed.
Cheers to those actors, right?
Yeah, man.
The next thing I want to show you. I think some of these memes are pretty funny. Oh, speaking of the slapping with Will Smith earlier, Trent, that's some funny ones.
Yeah.
By the way, here's the one that on Marvel Studios. Apparently, they just announced Will Smith played a slapper in Marvel Studios to slap.
Yeah.
And of course, you got the WrestleMania with Denzel and Jada in the cage. Here's the Avengers when Hulk punched Thor, and I thought that mean. And actually, you showed me the Shark Tale one. Said I've been thinking a death a lot, and I am amazed. I can't talk. Sorry, guys. You guys got to read it.
I am amazed by its inevitability, frightened as we all are of the totally unknown, and yet feel a long sleep is somehow earned by those of us who live on the edge. And then you have Will Smith's character from Shark Tale, which is ironically named Oscar. So
yeah.
Oh, there.
So Well,
That WrestleMania one, I'm surprised somebody was able to whip that up that fast. That looks pretty good.
yeah, so did I, man. I mean, that's pretty funny.
Mhm.
Well, what's our next slide? Hang on. Actually, I lost track now. I think we have 2 more slides about this. It's about some of these memes. They're pretty funny. Oh, this is Will Smith's apologizing to everyone who've
Mhm.
been offended by this. Here's all the description that you can read it. And then later on in the speech, he finally apologizes to Chris Rock because he complained he was out of line.
It's interesting here. He says, "Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally."
And
But in the video, wasn't he laughing, like, to begin with?
it looked like it. It looked like Shoko didn't realize he was getting the joke. I don't know if Jada's like, Will do something, or did Will just thought of something else? I don't know. You know,
Mhm.
I don't think anybody will know the answer to that, buddy.
Let me read this out. Huh. Yeah, this does kind of suck for the Williams family and the King Richard crew. Like, after going through all that effort and getting a movie made about them and the crew making the movie, that even though he won the Oscar, he's the one getting the most attention for this. But also on top of that, you have just a stupid incident between celebrities that is getting the most attention out of anything. And also, like, well, Coda won Best Picture, but I can't think of any other major winners. I don't know who won like Best Supporting Actor or Best Actress.
Right? Yeah.
It's amazing to me now that when you look back down the line of winners, they're forgettable.
Yeah.
Stuff like Titanic or stuff like Gladiator used to win, and we still remember those movies. But now, like, the way to win has become so formulaic, and and again, I haven't seen Coda, I haven't seen King Richard, so I can't say whether or not. But I wasn't aware that they were nominated. I wasn't aware that.
I wasn't either. So.
Oh, well, I'm just glad Don't Look Up didn't win. So.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see Don't Look Up?
No, I haven't yet. Is it good or so?
No, it's average at best. It's
So about 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10.
I would give it a 5 out of 10 just for the production, for the production quality, I guess. Not that that's the best way to like rate a movie, but I mean, I guess Leo was good in it. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence was in it from Hunger Games. I know she was in it.
She was pretty good. I haven't seen a lot of her recent stuff, but I think that was her best performance I've seen from her in a while. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Not great, just average.
Just average. Okay.
I think that was a movie that was going for more like the political side of winning. Yeah.
All right. What's our next slide? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you showed me this one.
Okay. There's something. Brantley James, this is for you, buddy. I'm sorry, but I got to do this to you. This clip.
I tried to stop him, James. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, in this scene, Brantley James came up. I was in church when this happened. I saw this live, and I'm glad I got this on. He basically made a joke about hair. Just watch it.
Amen. Hey, would you give the Lord a hand for what the Lord's doing through Miss Melissa, through her life? Amen. Amen. Hey, you got to be nice to her if you go see her. She's up there with your stinking kids all the time, man. And get a little, some people get on edge. Better be careful. She might hit you with that, Will Smith. Anyways, hey, moving on. Hey.
You heard that? He said, she might get you, Will Smith. I was like, oh, Brantley, you did not had to do that.
Give a
Come
little.
on. Honestly, someone said that Will Smith should have slapped him since he said that.
Yeah, this stupid incident. It's just so unavoidable now. It's just it's everything anybody's talking about, which,
Yeah, Brantley, this is for you, buddy. You shouldn't have done this. sorry, buddy.
Should have just screamed it. Just own it.
And Trent, while I show you this clip, what there's a recent video that just remind you?
Yeah, when you showed it to me, I don't know if it's recent, but I've found it recently. It was kind of going around for a little while. It reminded me it's totally unrelated to Will Smith or anything, but just the fact that it was like something that happened on a stage at like a church event. It reminded me of this crazy, insane clip of this preacher going off about this kid who was pushing his buttons or whatever, and what he made him do. So
Right. Take a look at this.
There was a young man in Calvary. His name was Ben. And I was running a youth group. I was there for a few years. And he was a nice kid, but he was one of those kids that was always he's a real smart aleck. Was a bright kid, which didn't help things, right? Made him more dangerous. And we were outside one day at youth group, and he was just trying to push my buttons, and he was just, kind of not taking the Lord serious. And I walked over to him, and I went, bam! I punched him in the chest as hard as I crumpled the kid. I just crumpled him. And I leaned over and I said, Ben, when are you going to stop playing games with God? I led that man to the Lord right there. There's times that might be needed.
I crumpled the kid.
Crumpled the kid, yeah.
I laid him out, man.
I don't want to say that. Oh, okay. Now we can stop share screen now. Now, that's all the slides that we have about our opinions about Will Smith and some
we just wanted to get it out before before everybody forgets, and I hope I guess I hope everybody forgets, because to me it's not a super big deal.
I don't think it is
I think
either.
People are blowing it out of proportion. I mean, it is. I don't think that he should have done it. I think that an award show is a place for keeping your composure. And Chris Rock, hats off to him for being able to smile through it and everything. I'm sure he was probably more in shock, or like how do you just move on from that after that happens? Do you just go into your next joke, or?
I don't know, dude. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen much of Chris Rock's comedian. I did watch Spiral, the last movie he did. It's based off the Saw movie. I give that one a 7 out of 10. No, it's not the best movie I've seen, but actually that was not half bad.
He wasn't trying to be funny in it, was he?
No. He's trying to be a serious cop. He's a detective. I'm sorry.
Right.
And Saw. It's not really a spin-off. It's connected to Saw movies, but it's like a 10 years later movie, whatever. So.
Yeah, I think Chris Rock wrote that screenplay himself, didn't he? Like he just wanted to do a Saw movie.
Either that, or he produced it. 1 and 2. So. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, he definitely kept his composure more than Will Smith. I will give him that. Yeah. I don't think that a comedian is out of line for making jokes, especially at an award show where, that's kind of what you do. I mean, you just go back and watch like old Oscars award show. I mean, people were on stage making jokes, like making fun of each other to each other's faces. Like you look at Don Rickles and Frank Sinatra, man. And Frank Sinatra, that's not a guy you don't want to tick him off in the wrong way, but it being an award show, they were able to remain keep their dignity, and also they were able to play off each other. They kept it entertaining, and again, it might have all been scripted, but who knows with Don Rickles? That man, he was a joke a minute,
right? He's a wild man. So
yeah. Well,
I don't know what else to talk about. Check out the new Spider-Man. It's supposed to be coming out on DVD, Blu-ray sometime this month.
Yes. Yeah. Just wait for the Blu-ray. Stop going to see it in movies. They'll keep it in theaters forever, I swear.
Well, guys, this has been our thoughts of the Will Smith slap Chris Rock. Thank you all for tuning into our podcast. Tune in the next episode with the After School Podcast. Trent, you want to say what's going on?
Oh, with the After School Podcast? Okay. Yeah. We were thinking for next episode, it would be, we're doing a murder mystery episode. So we're going to have a fellow student on, Zoe Gonzalez, and she's going to have an interesting mystery prepared for us and kind of talk us through it. And I'd also like to have my own my own thing prepared. So yeah, if you're into murder mysteries and like true crime stuff like that, definitely tune in for that one. So yeah, we're looking forward to having more students on, just talk about their experiences and whatever they're interested in. That was kind of the goal of this podcast from the very beginning.
Yeah, and I really like doing this podcast. And also our most views that we had so far is our first episode that we did.
Yeah, yeah. That one was an interesting feat, given that it was our first one and everything. We're kind of like getting into the swing of things, and we're kind of doing something different now with the Zoom. Yeah, let us know if you prefer this or you prefer the audio with the video edits. And with this one was kind of just like a kind of a placeholder in between episode 2 and episode 4, just kind of a little something new. Also, we wanted to talk about the recent incident. So,
and also, guys, because me and Trent were both in college and we're getting ready to graduate at our school, and when we go separate ways, this might be the only option. You never know. So
yeah, you never know. And we should have some better like mic equipment and stuff set up for future, recordings if this is going to be our new format.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, guys, tune in the next episode whenever we're gonna start that. Hopefully, not a long wait this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you all for clicking to our podcast. This is Jesse Johns.
This is Trent Kelsey. And away we go.
See you guys later. Goodbye.